Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a great day. I, on the other hand, am not. And I am going to go through all the reasons here why I'm not in a few minutes. But even my successes, Tilray, where I made 600%, you know where this is going. I left a ton on the table. And that was just the start of this week. So I'm going to go through all of the watch list, all of the things I've talked about this week, where I'm at, where I've messed up, and really take a step back and learn from it. A big part of being successful at this is controlling emotion, recognizing when mistakes are made, stepping back, looking at the entire horizon, and re-putting together a new watch list and just starting from scratch. And that's what I intend to do. So in today's video, I'm going to go through that whole watch list from Sunday and Monday morning, where I'm at, what I've done right, being at the right place at the right time, what I've done wrong, selling too early, Tilray, and then where I go from here. So I hope you enjoy. If you wouldn't mind, hit that little subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you're notified every time I do a video. I do a video every day after the market close or around that time. Today I also did one earlier on VIRG and Galactic when that breakdown occurred. And I linked that in the comments of this video in case you want to go back and see that for more detail on that. But otherwise, let's just jump right in. All right, before we dig into all this, we're Wednesday, February 10th, and this is going to be my mea culpa week, I presume, because, man, could not have gotten things more wrong so far this week. And I'll go through it and then talk to you about, like, what's my next step here. So, I got into, this is the watch list I posted, I guess it was between Sunday, my video on Sunday, and then yesterday morning combined, and sort of an update on everything I've been looking at and some of the stuff I've done. So first off, on Nio, I got into a couple of option positions on this 65 and 6250 February 19th strike. And, yesterday was certainly a good green day. Bought in yesterday, and here we are today. I doubled down on that a little bit today. Hoping to see a close over yesterday's candle. Obviously did not get that, and is trading today close to its low. Needing to see confirmation on this tomorrow. We'll exit this position if it moves anywhere close to today's low, and then just call out of that and be done with it. Talked about Virgin Galactic in depth, and I did an in-depth video on this that I've linked in the comments section of this video. I did that a couple of hours ago, but clearly just based on the setup that was occurring into yesterday's close and this morning, and the breakdown of that setup today. The good news is, like I said in the earlier video, wanting to see a close over 51 today. We got that. And we'll look for confirmation tomorrow to see if this is just one big head fake or if this is something, the beginning of something more disappointing. I'm a big believer in this company, have a lot of conviction on it. But, I hate to say it, but the chart, the technical analysis right now, just based on today's move, looks pretty crappy, and is a pretty scary signal going into tomorrow. So we'll see what tomorrow yields. Wanting that $51 price to hold up, and ideally wanting to see the weekly candle Friday close at 55 or over is what I'm looking for. But that was disappointment number 2. Now for my big disappointment, Tilray. I got into these positions on Friday of last week based on the move on the 8th. Sold this position yesterday morning for a 600% gain. Thought I was an absolute genius. and it moved over 63 today. And as you can see, in 45 minutes of after hours trading is continuing that rocket higher. My 600% gain would have been about a 6,000% gain had I held it to this point. Big lesson learned there. Let your winners run, right? I got overzealous on the trigger button, and so there's mea culpa number 3. At least, if there's any saving grace in that, I had a 600% gain in that, which I'm proud of. But boy, did I leave something on the table on that, and I was there for it too. So that's disappointing. Nano Dimension, I had this on my watch list on Sunday, I guess it was. Yesterday's candle looked good. Looked like we were starting the day breaking above that 1750, and it totally retreated. And today's candle, fully engulfing yesterday's on higher volume, indicates that for at least the time being, this setup is no longer valid. And is now completely off my watch list. Next, Inovio Pharmaceuticals, playing the bounce. Got into this late last week, and was playing that bounce, hoping for a move over the 1750 mark. The setup yesterday on that candle was the first sign that we had a problem. That was not a good candle yesterday on light volume, and today's candle moving back towards the low of the 8th is not a good sign. Now I'm still in this position, and at this point, quite frankly, I've got support at 1250. I don't think I'll enter more into it if it hits that 1250 mark, but I'm hoping for a bounce out of that tomorrow. But I will exit this position if it breaks that 1250, or it looks like by mid to late morning that it's just more further substantiating today's recklessness of a trading day. Next, it was on my my list, Blackberry. Maybe this is something that's going to move. Maybe it's not. At least the candle here doesn't look as bad as the other ones, that's for sure. But it does have a lot of volume to work off to get back to that $25 mark, and it doesn't look like a good setup here. So I'm not. I haven't moved on that. And Westwater Resources, I exited this position yesterday when it was clear that that candle was not going to stay over the $11 mark, even though it traded over it slightly yesterday. Support's around just north of $8, and I suspect that this will come back down to that $8, test that $8 mark. I'm going to keep this on my watch list. I did make a couple bucks on those options, and I'll keep this one on the watch list for the time being, because it might be worth a trade if it bounces off that 8, or at least stabilizes north of that 8 and tries to move back towards that 11. That wouldn't be that could very well happen with this name, but at least for now, it's not worth playing in. So look, here's the deal. I made a couple bucks this week on Tilray. I've still got my NIO position. I've still got a little bit of my INO position. I've traded out of everything else, left a ton of cash on the table. Tilray, feeling a little bit down about that. I'm not going to kid you. But, I was there, and 90% of life is just showing up. So, what can I say? 600% is better than a poke in the eye. But but boy, did I leave a lot on the table on that one. So with that, my next move here is to just follow these remaining 2 positions I have into the week to see if I get a little bit of bounce, a little bit of cost recovery on that. And if I do, great, I'll exit those and I'll end the week in cash. And then tomorrow, I'm back to the drawing board, building out my case for my watch list going forward. I've looked at a couple that I'm really kicking myself on that had nice setups. NVIDIA is one, Baidu is one. Was looking at those. Oh, Square's another one. Some quality names, and I'm wondering, quite frankly, if there's not a move back towards quality, champion type of brand names. I'm wondering if there's not a flight to quality going on right now a little bit, and some of these smaller symbols are not holding up, or not going to hold up as well. There's been a huge increase in the Russell 2000, and a disparity, quite frankly, between the small caps and the large caps in terms of growth rates lately. And I'm wondering, with what's going on, if there's not a rotation back to quality starting. But I'm going to be digging into that a little bit and checking out some other stuff and building that watch list and the names that look like decent setups for going forward. So with that, please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything based upon solely based upon what I say or what I do. Do your own research and make your own decisions. But if you're entertained and you learn something along the way on this channel, I think that's absolutely awesome, and would love it if you'd subscribe to this channel and hit that little bell sign to be notified when I put out videos. My next video tomorrow, I hope to have a renewed or new watch list to put down and to pay attention to, and I'll start building that now from scratch. I was up about 1,000% on my portfolio, and I'm up about 600%. No, yeah, about 600% right now in total. I lost a couple bucks from my top today, and need to just sort of take a step back, learn from it. We're not going to get things right every time. There's nothing wrong with that. It's we're playing the long game here, and so learn from the mistakes and move forward. So with that, I hope you have a great evening. Thanks for listening, and see you tomorrow.